Yeah. Oh, it's good. Boring. Come out full. We've landed here on what appears to be a deserted island. It's about halfway between Bali and Kupang. We did this in preference to landing at a little airfield that is halfway, but which has no suitable fuel for us. We tried a few places to land, but people kept popping out of the bushes. So far nobody's popped out here, but it really is spooky. It's just like Robinson Crusoe, and there are funny little clicking noises in the bush here, just behind me to my left here, which sound like people kind of creeping in, and you can persuade yourself, believe me. It's incredibly hot here, just completely soaked, and there's bright sunshine but through a layer of haze. I hate to think how hot it would get if there was more than that. In the middle of the island there's what is obviously an extinct volcano. It's very high and very steep indeed, probably I don't know, 3,000 foot high by the look of that, and just sheer drop on all sides. It's just a complete eruption, and then froze solid evidently. And along this beautiful sandy beach, so there's gorgeous lush vegetation, and the beach itself is soft. We worried the skids were going to stick into it and just and settle right in, but once we put all of the skids on it, it stopped doing that. And as you can see, perhaps behind me, the chopper is at quite an angle. The beach itself is quite steep, but that's okay. It's just a matter of flying it right down onto the slope and making sure it doesn't rock to and fro. There's a stone quite close to the tail there. But it's just difficult to think of a more beautiful place on Earth. I mean, hot it may be, too hot it may be, but it's got everything. It's got this beautiful clear water sparkling in the sunshine, lovely stones and rocks worn smooth by years of this, and little sandy, just slightly bigger than sand into pebbles here and there. It's just lovely. These legs from Bali to Australia are actually some of the most dangerous so far. We're well out of the range of help here, both radio help and engineering help, medical help, almost any kind of help really. The fact that the place is so beautiful is kind of in contrast really with the danger here. The sea is full of sharks. It's mainly full of danger from an exposure point of view. You die of dehydration in less than an hour, bobbing around in a life jacket. Just hope the dinghy comes out if anything goes wrong, comes out of the aircraft in time. And so from our point of view, it's kind of fingers crossed all round. It's not really the kind of territory where we fancy any kind of mechanical failure, any kind of pilot error, any kind of planning deficit. You know, the whole thing has got to be perfect. That's about 4.5 hours worth of that across east along the Indonesian archipelago from Bali to Kupang, and then about just under 3 hours of perfection from Kupang right across the Timor Sea to where we first hit Australia, just near Troughton Island. So it's a lot of fingers crossed, but one of the things that's comforting us is we've flown about 120 hours now between the UK and here, and we've had 2 scheduled services, and the whole of the aircraft is completely perfect during that whole time. That may sound odd, but you know, helicopters have a lot of moving parts. A lot of them are very vulnerable to hitting little objects. You know, at the tip of the main rotor going around at 450 miles an hour or so, that hits a fly, that's a dent. So there's a lot that can go wrong, and nothing has done so far. The machine is it hasn't even developed a funny vibration or anything, so we're very pleased with that. And actually on this leg, very relieved indeed, because you know, we need it to work for us.